everyone, welcome to this week's Halton Hills housing update. So we're still in a market where we're not seeing huge dramatic changes. It's kind of stable where it is, but there are some signs that we're hopefully going to feel some relief for sellers. So looking at last week's numbers, Georgetown had 12 sales, which is a very good week for Georgetown. Very standard. It means the buyers are still out and active, which is great news again compared to last year. We did have only 12 new listings this week. So I mean, it seems even, but we had so many weeks of such high new listings that we're going to take the 12 that we got this week seems very low in comparison to where we're coming from. Looking at Acton this week, Acton had 4 sales, which is a great number for Acton, but no surprise, we're seeing all of the lower price point inventory starting to pick up in terms of movement. So Acton has a lot of that. So to see the sales picking up there is no surprise either. We only had 1 new listing there. So again, great news that we're starting to see the new listings slow down. Glen Williams had no sales and 1 new listing. Limehouse had no sales and no new listings. The rural market did have 1 sale and 1 new listing. So again, inventory slowing down in the rural market, hopefully, because that has been getting hammered. When we're looking at properties that terminated, relisted, came off the market, there was 24 properties impacted last week. Of the 24, 9 of them came off the market. So we are starting to see that exodus. It's not as dramatic yet, but week to week, we're seeing a good amount of properties exiting the market, which is certainly helping to soften our overall numbers. 11 properties came off the market and relisted at a lower price. So still a lot of properties making some adjustments to their pricing. 1 property relisted at a higher price. Good luck. And 3 properties relisted at the same price. So, you know, just trying to get up in the realtor searches again, but don't want to adjust their pricing. So we are seeing that number of properties doing adjustments week to week increasing also. So that overall is a good sign. It means that people are thinking about taking their homes off the market because it's not a great time. Again, this is what we need to see. We need to see more people exiting the market, and it will pick up once we hit the middle of November. So now looking at active inventory, all of Halton Hills is down from 226 to 217. So I mean, we're still sitting extremely high, but what we want is to see that number getting closer and closer to the 200s. Realistically, we want to be under 150 to be feeling any kind of relief in our market. So we have a ways to go, but again, I'm confident that our Christmas season exodus will help us achieve that. Looking at Georgetown this week, it is down from 131 down to 126 active listings. So still sitting extremely high, but we just want to keep going, you know, downward. Looking at our price points, and no real surprise here because the properties we're seeing are our lower price points. So we saw a lot of drops in those pockets. So under 800,000 is down from 18 to 16. 800 to $1 million dropped significantly this week from 26 to 20 properties. This is great news for sellers in that pocket. We are starting to see buyer activity pick up under $1 million. It is just good news to be feeling like those properties are getting activity right now. 1 to 1.5 million is down slightly from 62 to 61, but that is still like so high, like crazy high in terms of inventory available in that pocket. So as a seller, you are gonna have to either be patient or you're gonna have to bring your pricing down. 1.5 million plus saw a huge jump this week from 28 to 33 active listings. Certainly not news that the higher price point sellers need to hear, but we did have quite a few properties enter the market in the higher ticket prices. So that inventory is gonna climb, and the problem is it just isn't really moving. You know, we had no sales over 1.4 million this week in Halton Hills. The higher stuff is just not moving. So that seeing that number climb, I mean, it's not great news overall. Acton this week is down significantly from 26 to 22 active listings. Still high though. Acton, to feel a busy market for sellers, we want to be like around 10 if not under that. So we have a long ways to go in Acton as well. Glen Williams is up this week to 10 active listings from 9. That's a lot of stuff available in the Glen. Almost all of it is very, very expensive. So no surprise that we're not seeing huge drops in their inventory or sales picking up there. Limehouse is down from 6 to 5 due to a termination. And the rural market stayed the same this week. Yay, at 54 active listings, which is still our all-time high. Like, that is just crazy high for the rural market. No relief for sellers there. That market is definitely one that we usually see a lot of properties exit around Christmas. So I suspect we will be coming down in that pocket as well, because 54 listings in the rural market is like crazy, crazy high. So overall this week, I'd say it's a decent update considering where the market is. Like, it's not amazing. Our inventory is not significantly dropping, but the good news is buyers clearly are out. It seems like activity is decent right now. To not have like very low sales is just, I guess, the silver lining in all of this, because, you know, this week we had 17 sales. This time last year, there was plenty of weeks where we saw like 6, 7, 8 sales. Like, it was dead. So this is really good news that our market's moving. I do suspect we'll see some more interest rate drops, which could hopefully fuel the market. All we really need to see is people exiting that don't need to be here right now. The market is not great. If you don't need to be selling, it's a really good idea to take your house off the market. Maybe wait again, March, April, when the market picks back up, because right now we're just not seeing super great results for sellers. But hopefully that starts to shift in the coming months with interest rates dropping and hopefully some inventory drops. So I'll be back next week to see what happens for the last week of October. Have a great week, everyone.